Morning everyone. Today we're gonna get a little weird here in Girona. I'm taking the monopole and I've loaded it up with some painting gear, and we're gonna go pedal up a mountain and make some super quick oil sketches. And I can't tell if this is a good idea or a bad idea quite yet. Okay, if you've ever ridden this, then you know kind of staircases up. Doesn't get too steep, but this part gets a little steep at least. Huh. We'll see how we go. It's a Garmin telling me the climb has begun. Probably not going to break any K1s today. This part is always a little bit of traffic, but once we get past this, it's actually quite nice. Just past the all the on-ramps. Whew. A lot more chill. Okay. So this climb's about 11K, I think 1,400 feet. Always an ominous thing to pass on the way up. Ghost bike there. Whew. Generally it's low traffic and drivers tend to be pretty good. But there are times when, you know, there's a rally or some work vehicles in a big hurry. So although it seems like a kind of cycling playground, always good to be on point, if you know what I mean. This climb up Els doesn't ever get too steep. Clearly made it a little bit more challenging with the load today, but I guess good resistance training, something. Oh, it's a bummer that today's Monday and there's usually a cafe at the top. Nice place to get an espresso, but it's gonna be shut today. Hello. Fastest time up this is, I want to say it's in sub 30 minutes. We're not going to do that today. But it's such a beautiful climb. Why would you want it over so quickly? At least that's what I like to tell myself. Hola. I think I saw that guy on the way down. He's probably doing repeats. But again, super popular place to ride. Usually the loop is to do this, go down the Manels and climb up Sant Pelaya. Very popular road route. Not going to do it today with this load. Whew. Basically want to suss out how this bike handles the load, uphill, downhill, and kind of feel out its limits as well as mine with this bike. Whew. Just another beautiful hairpin curve over here. Again, just such a nice climb. Whew. Another beautiful curve. This bike right now, muy pesado. Seems to have low enough gears for these grades. Let's see if I bottom out. So far so good. we're passing this cool structure on the left, which is some kind of restaurant I've never been to. It looks super cool. See it over there. It's actually make a good painting. I'm trying to get to the top today. Bike climbs surprisingly neutral, if not clearly heavy. But pretty good. It's one of those cargo bikes where you don't really have to adjust to. Look. That would totally be me if it weren't for the load, I assure you. Man. 3K, 8 more K to go. Hold on. A little respite from the climbing here. A short one. I'm back at it. Absolutely stunning today, though. So to the left here is another really cool restaurant. It has an amazing view. I want to paint here sometime. Just never happen to make it when they're open. It's called Can Pull. Look at that. Whew. This street is also popular with motos. We tend not to ride this on the weekend because there does tend to be more cars and motos and stuff. Okay, just past the 5K mark, climbed 800 feet. So 6 more K, 600 more feet, or thereabouts. I think we get a little mid climb descent here. Yeah, I think out of all the cargo bikes I've tried, this feels like the most normal. Things are looking good so far. Like, I've not bottomed out the gearing. I think the steepest this gets is like maybe 9% in the middle. So for paved touring, or bike packing as kids like to call it, if you're not exceeding 10% very often, and you've got a reasonably good load, then probably okay. Although me personally, I'd gear it lower for off-road touring. All right, that's it for our break. Back to the climbing. Okay, so one interesting thing about this bike is that it uses the Pinion Smart Shift. So this is electronic shifting, TRP lever. Yes, I know, leave your comment. But this is a first for me, first pinion and first belt drive. I know lots of huge fans of this setup. Lots of people asking why I don't ride something like this. I mean, I think it's okay. I'm glad that this one seems to be sufficiently geared low enough for this climb. I'm gonna be honest, it feels a little bit weird. There's just like a graviness in most of the gears. Also, the shifting's really interesting. Like some gears shift faster than others. Some are really light and quick, and others there's like a big kerchunk. So, I don't know. Getting used to it. Just not like instantly bowled over by the technology, if you know what I mean. It's fine. Another beautiful like curve in the road. Love these long shadows. Okay, 8K mark, climbed 1,000 feet, so 3 more K, and this for sure is all uphill. Hello. Some more switchbacks. Okay. Whew. Some 8% back there. Wake up the legs. There, first view of our destination. Whew. Okay. 9K, so that means about 2.5K left. Just about to take over the 200 or 1,200 feet. I thought the top was 14, but it might be more. Another awesome swooshy stretch of road. Whew. This part's a little bit more fun, I think, going downhill. Although, truth be told, the climb's actually not too bad. There's a sign here for Saint Mathieu de Montenegro, and this is a cool gravel connector to the San Pelaya climb. 1.2 to the top of Els. 10K, 1,380 feet, last few curves. There's the sign for the intersection. You can see the sign for Els up ahead. Whew. So, this looks like it took me maybe about 11 or 12 minutes longer than I would normally go. I did stop a couple times to swap out the camera gear. Short Snickers break. So, do feel like I worked a lot harder though. So there's that. So this is Els, popular climb. Up there's the church where Dali got married. Hopefully we'll make some arts. All right, here we are at the top, I think. Pedaled all the way up here, so I'm gonna walk away with at least like one quick study. Hopefully we can find something interesting to paint here. But there it is. There's the load. I made it up Els and climbed pretty well. I think the bike did fine. I could use a little bit more help. Oh, insult to injury. It's about 20 minutes here. Just a super quick kind of color study of the scene. I took some photos. Didn't put in the cyclist, but I'll do that later. But just getting a sense of what the value relationships are in the colors. So this is a setup. This is a box and paint Pashad box. Voila. This is a panel that I've taped off so I can do 4 little steadies. All the painting stuff, tripod, and of course, the monopole. How do I think this bike did? Did surprisingly well on the climb. Had low enough gearing for this kind of paved but loaded climb. I don't know that I would want to take it on anything steeper and more chunkier than this, just because I don't think it's actually geared low enough for that kind of terrain. But for this, pretty good. Yeah, so I'm going to pack up, clean up a little bit, and then let's do the descent. Here we go. See how it goes going downhill. I always tend to take the corners pretty cautiously, just because we've come around and some cars have been cutting the corners. It's no good. Moto. Whew. And this actually descends really nicely. Yeah. Yeah. See, good reason not to cook the corner. Just never know. It takes one car.